Okay, guys, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. It is.
Okay. Yeah, welcome you all, SHGMC, in the lecture of computer programming. So guys, in last lecture we have seen the concept of functions and their different aspects regarding function calling. Okay. And in this lecture we will see the with the example, with the program example of their implementation, their aspects, types of functions, how many types of functions in C programming language, how we can understand it, how we can call it, how we can use it in programming as a software engineer, how we can use it. So these all things we can cover in this lecture. So yesterday lecture and this lecture, both two lectures are very important, right? So function, there will be definitely one question in your university exam, the what is functions, or any one say simple functions, or means you can like um, just go with consideration of there will be one question on function concept. Okay. So in this lecture we will see this whole scenario and whole the implementation process of functions in C programming language in very deep manner. So everyone, I hope everyone should concentrate if you have any question, and we will cover it. Okay. All right. So the agenda of today's lecture, to understand the different types of functions, then their aspects of implementations or functions, implementations aspects, their function calling aspects, we will see that four aspects we will see with the help of simple program examples. So this is the agenda of today's lecture, and we will focus continuously on this agenda. Okay, as you can see on your screen, functions aspects, we can say that functions declaration, function call, and function definition. So these three things you can find at during the concept of variable declaration, variable definitions, or variable declaration, variable implementation. So these things you understand, or you already known about that. So you can see on your screen, function declaration means a function must be declared logically in C program to tell the compiler about the function name, function parameters, and the return type. That is the function declaration. Declaration, we know that variable declaration means without providing any value to the variable, we called it as a variable declarations. Means just we declare the variable, right? So same likewise the function declaration, without providing any parameter, without providing any value to that functions, we called it as a function declaration. And the best example of the syntax we have seen in the last lectures. So if you are not attended last lectures, today or tomorrow I will share the complete whole video, so you can access it and you can understand it very well. Okay, all right. So you can see on your screen these three aspects: function declaration, function call, and function definition. What is function call? How it is important? We have seen in the last lecture that function calling is important. Instead of not only the function declaration is important, function calling is one of the important aspect in C programming language. With the help of TV and remote control example we have seen in the last lecture, I hope you understand this complete concept of function calling within an example. If you have any queries, you can ask me in these lectures also. Okay. The function call means the function call or the function can be called from anywhere in the program. One line, first line is important. The parameter list must not differ in the function calling, and the function declaration. We must pass the same number of functions as it is declared in the function declaration. So 2 to 3 lines, but quite important. And these lines are important while during you are implementing the concept of function calling in any program or any programming language. So the function call or function can be called from anywhere in the program, right? The compiler list, or sorry, the parameter list must not be differ from the function calling. Means if you are in your functions, with the help of example, we will get whole idea again. In your function declaration, if you provide a parameter like integer x, integer y, and during the function calling, you are providing value like 15.16 or like one single character like s. So these values not matching with the parameter means these values not matching with the parameter list. So during the function call, we must aware with the parameter list, and we have to provide same type of value to call that functions. So that is the meaning behind this line. The parameter list must not differ in function calling and function declaration. Means function calling and function declaration, the parameter list must be same. Parameter list must be same means parameter list and their value must be same. Okay. we must pass the same number of functions as it is declared in the function declaration. Means if you have declared three number of functions in function declaration, so we have to call only that number of functions during the functions call. And this whole scenario, just remember, during the yes, mute during during the program execution, that time we will see all that concept again. You just understand, and these 3 points are very important. If you are going to write down anything about variable, you have to write it down same. If you are going to write down regarding any functions, you have to write down these three things, like variable, also variable declaration, variable definition, here function declaration, and a function definition and function call. Okay, all right. The next point is very important, function definition. We know that difference between function declaration and definition. Declaration and definition means the entity without value, we called it as a declaration, and the entity with value, we called it as a function definition. Okay, all right. So function definition means it contains the actual statement which are to be executed. Means it contains the value. Okay, actual statement means it contains the value. It is the most important aspect to which control come when the function is called. And here we must notice that only one value can be written from the functions. Means what? During the function definition is nothing but, guys, function definition means the function's body. Okay, remember, function definition means function's body. Okay, function's body means from open curly brace to close curly brace. In between that open curly brace to close curly brace, whatever the processing logic you have implemented, that is called the function definition. If you have not provide function body to the functions, means we just declare a functions. Okay, with the help of syntax you can again get the whole idea about this. Just remember, function declaration means without value, without body. Function call means by on the basis of their parameter list we call the functions. And the function definition means the function with the body, and body is nothing but their processing logic in that functions definitions. So you have to remember this whole concept, like function declaration, value, without value, function definition with value means with body, function declaration means without body, function call means by by identifying the parameter list, and depends on the parameter list we have to provide the value to that parameter, and that value and that parameter list must be matched, then and then only a function will call. And again, one point we have to remember, like function call, we must pass the same number of functions as it is declared in the function declaration. So these 3 points we have to remember in programming, programmer's point of view. Okay, all right, concentrate, guys. These are the syntaxes. On basis of that syntax you can understand this whole 3 points we have discussed just early. Function declaration, you can see the function declaration syntax: return type, function name, and argument list, as we have seen in last lecture, right? That is the simple declaration or function syntax, function declaration syntax. Function call, function name and argument list, means by to call the functions, that function name must be same, and the argument list, value of that arguments must be similar to the argument list. So that is the function call. And then another one is the function definition. Function definition you can easily understand now with the help of this simple syntaxes. Here the same, you can see the return type, function name, and then argument list you can see there. And with the help of that body you can like make a difference between function declaration and function definition. Function declaration, you can see that there is not a presence of any kind of a body, but if you focus on the function definition, you can focus on the function definition, you can see that that function definition means we are providing here some kind of a function body, means you are writing some kind of logic inside that. So this kind of representation of the program, we called it as a function definition. Guys, थोड़ा fast हो रहा है क्या?
No, sir.
Yes,
No,
yes,
sir.
sir.
बराबर है बराबर है.
No, sir.
या ओके,
सर
ठीक है.
थोड़ा फास्ट
मैं
हो रहा.
थोड़ा सा स्लो करता हूँ. ओके, एक भी बच्चे को प्रॉब्लम है तो सबको प्रॉब्लम है. ओके, मैं थोड़ा स्लो करता हूँ. आप देख सकते हो आपकी स्क्रीन के ऊपर. You can compare these 3 points. Okay, these 3 points: function declaration, function call, and then function definitions. Okay, the same concept you can find. Mute. Okay. So the function declaration, you can see first row, function declaration, syntax for function declaration, return type, function name, and then list of arguments or argument list. Okay. And just compare one first with the third one, function definition. You can see return type, function name, and argument list. But one point is extra in that function definition. You can see in open and close curly brace, curly bracket. Okay, open curly bracket and close curly bracket. You can see there will be function body. Function body means something you have provided logic here, like if you're performing addition, if you're performing like subtraction, so x equals to a plus b, z equals to y plus x. So these kind of things you are providing here means you are providing some kind of logic inside that function. So if you provide any logic inside that functions, it means you have defined the functions. Okay, without any body, without providing body to the functions, we called it as function declarations. Okay, focus on the second row, function call. If you want to call any function, for example, if you want to perform addition operation and you create one function add, and if you want to perform this addition at the output, so that time we need to call the function with its name. Its name, it should be like the function name we have to use during the calling process. Okay, during the calling process, you can see in the parameters, you can see in the bracket like argument list. Okay, whatever the argument list you have like write down our function declaration, the same value we have to provide during the function call. Okay, don't be get much more like confused over there. If you are not getting this concept, with the help of example you will again get clear, and at the end of this lecture we recall this all concept. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay. Just
Yes,
concentrate,
yes,
sir.
sir.
we will move forward. Okay, just hold on. 149 student. Okay, all right. Okay, is one little bit important point, types of functions. Okay, guys, one point that I want to specially mention in front of you regarding the last point, like function declaration, function definition. Most of the time, in the process of interview process, most of the time we have find out or we have faced like problem, if you are going, if your interview is going in well manner, so that time such a kind of tricky questions certainly they ask you, like tell me the difference between function declaration and function definition. So that time what happened, you all much more aware with that concept, but you are not able to convert it into proper language and convey them the exact concept of what is it. So that time what we have to do, we have to just remember the syntax and their logic. So once you remember the syntax and their logic, means what happening, you can create by definition, by your own language, you can create in front of any technical person. If you create any definition by using your own language, so its impact is quite better than the book language. I'm again and again telling in front of you. So those concepts you are understanding during any lecture, not only C programming language, I'm talking about physics, chemistry, or mathematics. Okay, so that time just understand the concept and convert it in your own language, so that concept you can remember lifelong, as well as you understand it very well, and you can implement, or you can like provide a reply in front of anyone that this kind of concept is like this, so it will help you. So same concept or same scenario if you implement during the understanding process of C programming language, so that time this kind of study practice will 1000% help you. So I hope you understand my opinion in front of you guys. So just understand, just prepare the whole concept and convert it into your own language. Function declaration, within a fraction of second, your it should be in front of your eyes, like function declaration like syntax is like this, and it's a function definition syntax is like this. Instantly your eyes should be like focus on that function body, means the function is having a body, we called it as function definition, and if the function is having without body, we call it as function declaration. So these things you just like convert in your own language, right? Okay, all right. Just focus here. Mute. Yes. Types of functions. Mute करो बोले तो. Okay, guys, you can see there are two types of functions in C programming: library functions and user-defined functions. In simple word, library functions means system-defined function, compiler-defined function, or programming language-defined functions. We call it as library functions. The library functions are the functions which are declared in C header files, such as we have used scanf, we have used printf, getch, and so library functions we have used in from last some lectures. So these are the system defined, means once you declare a function like printf, inside that printf you write down any message in double quotation, so that message will execute, and at during the process of output you can see that message as it is, means it is a work of that printf statement, it is a work of that printf function. So those functions which are declared in C header files or in C compiler or in C programming language, these kind of functions we called as library functions. A number of library functions were present in a C programming language, but each and every function is having their own different meaning. So that different meaning means nothing but their different functionality. So to do that particular type of work, that type of function is responsible. Like printf is are using to write the data, and the scanf are using to read the data. We know that scanf and printf statement we have used in program. Getch, clr, scr lists clear screen functions to remove the history of previous output. We use clear screen functions. Okay, getch, we use getch to hold the output unless and until we press any key from the keyboard. Till now that particular type of output can be held by using the getch functions. So these are the library functions, or these are the predefined functions. Okay, so there are two types of functions you can see in C programming language: library functions and user defined function. Now question is, what is user defined functions? Okay, the functions which are created by C programmer. Okay, the functions which are declared in a C header files we call as a library functions, whereas the functions which are created by C programmer, so that he or she, C programmer means you all people, those are interested, those are working in C programming language, as we called it, we called ourselves as a C programmer. Myself, I called as a programmer. Okay, so the functions which are created by C programmer, so that he or she can use it many times, it reduces the complexity of a big program and optimizes the code. In a simple language, user defined functions means programmer, a coder like you, like me, we are creating a functions like function, for example, addition function we have used, subtraction functions we have used. So these are the user defined functions. Depends on our requirement, we are declaring the functions, we are creating the functions. That kind of functions called as user defined functions. So या म्यूट करो बेटा. सो आप देख सकते हो कि दोनों में डिफरेंस बहुत छोटा सा डिफरेंस है, बट आप इजीली इसको आइडेंटिफाई कर सकते हैं. क्या डिफरेंस है? Library functions, nothing but system defined functions, or C header file defined functions, or C compiler defined functions, right? User defined functions means programmer defined functions or user defined functions. Those persons are working in programming language. These kind of functions which were created by that particular concern programmer, that kind of functions we call as user defined function. So with their name you can easily remember it, you can easily understand it. So I hope that both the 2 points are clear, because quite easy to understand and remember. So how many types of functions? There are two types of
Two.
functions in a C programming: library functions and user defined functions. Yeah. All right. To understand again, we have one important point: return value. It is very also like necessary to understand return value, what things we are using. Okay, concentrate. C functions may or may not return a value. Okay, in last lecture we have seen functions without return value, without arguments, functions with return value, without argument, functions with argument, with return value, functions without argument, with return value. So these four aspects we have seen. So here return value may or may not return a value from functions. If you don't have to return any value, okay, we already seen so many times that concept. If you don't have to return any value to the functions or from the functions, that time we use void for the return type. So void is nothing but like zero, like no. You can define on your own basis, like there is nothing. So if my functions does not returning anything, so that time I use, or I will definitely use, or I have to use a return type as a void. You can see with the help of example here, my functions printf hello c. So this is my simple program, does not returning any value. Okay, so that case I use void as a return type, because it means that the function does not returning any type of value. So in that case I use void. So we can say that void is an empty return type. Okay, as our intention to convert each and every concept in a single line. So what is void? Void is empty return type, right? So void is a one kind of variable also, but void here playing a role as a return type also. But which kind of return type? It is empty return type. How to remember what is void? Void is a empty return type. Okay, this is,
Empirical.
yeah, good. This is for like understanding point of view, but writing point of view, you have to write down these kind of lines like C functions may or may not return a value from the functions. If you don't have to return any value from the functions, that time we have to use void for the return type. So with the help of examples, you can easily get complete whole idea about that return value. Example without return value for like your hello is my functions, you can see on your screen. Hello is my functions, and inside that function body is having one statement printf hello c. Okay, but that statement, that functions does not returning any value. So because of that, we have used void as a return type. We have used void as a return type. Okay, guys. All right. Okay, next you can see a return value where as a different types. Okay, if you want to return any value, if you want to return any value means your functions perform some kind of operations, and it, like results has been generated in particular type of value. So if you want to return any value from the functions, you need to use any data type such as integer, long, character, and so on. Whatever the data type that we have seen in last lecture, that data types we can use as a return type depends on the generated value, that value we wanted to return to the functions, right? So if you want to return any value from the functions, you need to use any data type such as integer, long, character, and float, and so on. Okay, so the return type depends on the value to be written from the functions, means whatever the results has been generated during the processing logic, means whatever the results has been generated during the functions body or processing logic inside the functions, you can see with the help of example. Functions body means open curly bracket to close curly bracket. Inside that we can see that return 10 or so many statement will be there, but for example point of view we use only one statement, return 10. So that return 10 is nothing but my processing logic. That return 10 is nothing but my after getting a processing the data, I got this result as a return 10. So so that 10, I need to identify that value, understand the type of that value, understand the data of that value. So here you can easily understand that 10 is an integer type of value. So because of that, I use here as an integer get functions as a return type. Okay, so you can see integer as a return type and function name is get. So here depends on the value of a return, that value we need to understand, identify. On the basis of that value, we need to provide integer, or we need to provide that particular type of return type. So you can see here, if the return value does not contain anything, so that time we use void as a return type. And if the functions returning any value, so first we need to understand, identify, judge that value, and depends on that value we need to provide same type of return type to the functions. As you can see, integer is a return type for get functions. Okay, one important point in front of you in blue colors, you can see here, in our examples we have to return 10 as a value, so that return type is integer. If you want to return floating point value, for example 10.2, 3.1 or 54.5, so in that case you need to use float as a return type of the method or functions. I hope you get whole idea, because this kind of little short concept हमारी प्रोग्रामिंग को खराब कर देते हैं. सो इट विल हेल्प यू, ये आपको बहुत मदद करेगा जब आप प्रोग्रामिंग करने बैठोगे, तो रिटर्न वैल्यू उसको अंडरस्टैंड करना, आइडेंटिफाई करना बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. अदरवाइज एरर आते हैं, और एरर को काउंट करना हमारे लिए फिर थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. So that's why I'm specifically focusing that short concept. Okay, one thing guys, you are at you just at first year level. Okay, hold on. So many students like, I don't understand physics. Having so many students like, also they're having their problems. I don't understand physics. It's quite difficult. Okay, some kind of students saying like, I don't understand, like chemistry is quite difficult. Some kind of students say मुझे engineering तो जाना है, but मुझे maths ठीक नहीं आता. So you know that what is the main reason behind that. If you talk about the mathematics, that mathematics is quite easy, but when it is quite easy, if you know the basics of calculations, basics of manipulations, so if you know it very well, then mathematics is quite easy. Why physics is little bit difficult? If you having not that much of thinking, that much of understanding, that time that physics will become like difficult to understand you. But it is quite easy if you know the basics, short things. So same like if you talk about the programming, sometimes you face like, sometimes you heard about from your senior, sometimes you heard about from your colleagues or your family members, those are in this field. They told like programming language is quite little bit difficult, your logic should be there, we need to sharp our mind. No, as my experience, don't, no need to like your mind should be sharp, you must be like smart, and you must be like hard worker. No guys, what happened, what you have to do, just understand the short concept, realize that concept, understand that concept, and one step we have to move forward. If you are not aware with the function declaration and function definition, 1000% you are not able to write down a single 4 line of code. But if you're aware with that, how to call that functions, how to declare functions, how to provide body, means how to define the functions, so that quite easy, as we are discussing right now in this lecture. So everyone please, those concepts we are covering, short concept but quite important, because that short concept help you to understand huge concept. If you miss the short concept, then you cannot understand like huge concept, and sometimes somewhere you will be like in front, you will be like in like your opinion about that C programming language, so it is quite difficult, it is completely logical. So these kind of opinions when comes, when you don't get complete idea, complete concept. So my expectation from your side, that you all must be concentrate and understand the little short concepts. Okay, all right, so these are the types of functions, and these are the return value. Return value two types, like value returning and empty value. Okay, all right guys, so now it's time to understand the whole idea about the previous lectures, like function without arguments and without return value, function without arguments and with return value, function with arguments and without return value, the function with arguments and with return value. So these four concepts we will cover, and that will help you to understand the complete idea about the functions. Okay, so these are the different aspects of function callings you can see on your screen. Like functions may or may not accept any argument, means without arguments. Okay, it may or may not return any value, means without return value. Okay, based on these functions, based on their facts, there are four different aspects of functions or functions calls, as you can see on your screen, like functions without arguments and without a return value. And we have discussed how we can declare, how we can understand in last lectures, right? So here we have four different aspects of function calling, as you can see, like function without arguments and without a return value, functions without arguments with return value, functions with arguments and without return value, and the functions with arguments with returns value. So in not only C programming language, in any programming language, you can find out this kind of implementation, you can find out this kind of relation in any program or in any programming language like C, C++, Java, .NET, or any programming language. You can find out these kind of four parameters in any functions. In Java programming language, we called it as method, same implementation process, same calling process you can find out there. Okay, so we will see with the help of examples in a deep. Okay, so function without arguments and function without return value. Just concentrate. So you can see one simple program example on your screen. So example for function without arguments and without return value. Okay, so you can see here we have created one functions. That function name is print name. Okay, with the main function we have started, you can find out say, like same we are empty return type in front of main functions, empty return type in front of user defined function, that is a print name. You can see like void main functions, we have started with void main functions, and here print one simple message hello, and just below that printf statement we calling that function. That function name is print name. Okay, so then the print name function will call in first second line. You can see the print name functions, we called it as a function declaration. Okay, in the second last line void print name, and inside that void print name we have one statement, that is printf ssgmc, that is nothing but function definitions. So in that two functions we can easily identify their differences. If you're not aware with that function declaration and definition, guys, you cannot understand the function concept. So as we have discussed before 5 minutes, like what is declaration, what is definition, you can understand with the help of this example. We use void print name, line number 2. We use void print name, it is a function declaration. And line number second last means previous last. So you can see that void print name, open curly brace, close curly brace, but inside that open and close curly brace, you can find one statement. That statement printf ssgmc means you have defined that function here, and second line you have declared that functions. So you can see uh, like function without arguments and without return value. You can see we have functions print name without any arguments list, as you can, as you know, as you aware with that previous lectures, that argument list like integer x, integer y, we can put it into that bracket. But here you can find out like this kind of argument list is absent over there. So it means that that functions is without return value. Okay, printer print name. Okay, same like print name, just concentrate over there. You can find one return type as a void. If there is a return type as a void, means your functions does not returning any value. Why there is a void? Because during the implementation of that functions, during the definition of that functions, you can see void print name, then printf ssgmc, but after that there is not any kind of a value that are returning to the functions. So because of that reason, we use void as a return type to the functions. Okay, so just we will execute this application. Just concentrate. You can see the output on your screen like hello ssgmc. The first statement will be execute hello, and then next statement will be executed ssgmc. Just concentrate with the help of examples. We will see that. Just we will execute that functions. Okay, what is the function's name? Without parameter list or without arguments, without return type. You can see, is it visible? Program is visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, concentrate. So yeah, slash n. Okay, put here slash n. Okay, again slash n. So it will help you to remember. Okay, here is also one slash n. I'm putting here slash n. Okay, slash n. So save it, run it. Okay, you can see on your screen the output. Now to understand the program tracing, how to trace that program, flow of execution of program. Okay, after the header file, we have one functions, print name. Okay, forget that function name. Always C program start with main function. So your program will be executed with main functions. Okay, once the control is entered to the main functions, so inside that main functions you will see that two statement, print hello. So the first statement will be execute, hello statement will be execute. Okay, then after that control is switched to the next line. So the next line is line number 6. Just focus on these line numbers. Okay, line numbers you can see on your screen in a light black color. Okay, so line number 6, line number 5 first will be execute, print hello. Then the control will switch to the next line. Then compiler will identify there is a presence of one function that is a print name. Then compiler switch out to the main functions and finding out whether the print name function is declare or not, or define or not. So then line number 6 to control directly switch to from line number 6 to line number 2. So line number 2 will find out like whether okay it is available. Yeah, void print name, yes it is available, but is it declare or define, means is it implemented, yes or no. So like at line number 2 that functions has not been defined, means we have not provided any body to that function. So because of that reason the compiler finding out whether the function is implemented or not. So the control will switch to from that line number 2 to line number 8. So line number 8 shows that the same function name has been defined with some processing logic. Okay, so that processing logic you can see printf ssgmce. So printf ssgmc is like one kind of a statement that will be executed by the compiler, and then compiler finding out whether that function is returning any value. No, that function does not returning any value. So because of that reason we use here void as a return type. Okay, so those thing I'm telling to you like tracing the program, so you can trace the program in a multiple ways. Okay, you can start with main functions, then you can execute line number 5, then you can execute line number 6. Okay, then you can execute line number 8, and then you can provide the void as a return type. So you can understand it multiple ways, but we need to understand line to line, each and every line, that line is important in program. So the functions without parameter list and without a return value, you can see on your screen the output is hello ssgmc. So you will get this whole output of your program. So are you getting this program, guys? If you have any question you can ask me, otherwise we'll move forward.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, void print name और sorry void main और void print name ये अलग-अलग function है ना?
Yeah, both are different.
तो सर वो जो मतलब हमने कॉल किया ना, मतलब सेकंड फंक्शन को फर्स्ट फंक्शन में हमने कॉल किया ना,
यहाँ से कॉल किया, यहाँ से कॉल किया, calling functions, we called it as calling functions.
हेलो सर, तो सर हमने उसे कॉल किया, तो सर मतलब कॉल करना ही पड़ता क्या हमें?
अगर आपको फंक्शन अगर आपने डिफाइन किया, अगर उसको कॉल नहीं करोगे, फॉर एग्जांपल वही लास्ट एग्जांपल लेते हैं, हमने टीवी और रिमोट कंट्रोल का दिया, जैसे टीवी का एक फंक्शन है चैनल चेंज करना, वॉल्यूम को बढ़ाना कम करना। तो अगर आप रिमोट के बटन प्रेस ही नहीं करोगे तो आपके वॉल्यूम ना कम ज्यादा होंगे ना चैनल चेंज होंगे। तो अब
लेकिन
सपोज
सर कॉलिंग का काम तो मेन का होता है ना, वाइड मेन का।
नहीं, मेन का काम कॉलिंग का नहीं रहता, मेन का काम रहता जो भी उसके पास है उसको प्रोसेस करना। मेन का काम कॉलिंग का है ही नहीं। मेन का काम है सिर्फ उसके पास जो है जितना लाइन्स ऑफ कोड है उसको प्रोसेस करना। कॉलिंग के लिए आपको खुद को उस पर्टिकुलर फंक्शंस को कॉल करना पड़ेगा। फॉर एग्जांपल 60 स्टूडेंट क्लास में है, बट मुझे XYZ पर्सन XYZ नाम के स्टूडेंट को ही कॉल करना है, तो मैं 60 स्टूडेंट को थोड़ी ना फाइंड आउट करूंगा एक एक बाय एक, वन बाय वन। मैं सिर्फ उस पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट को कॉल करूंगा। उससे होगा क्या, मेरा टाइम बचेगा और वो पर्टिकुलर स्टूडेंट जो चाहिए वो मुझे विद इन फ्रैक्शन ऑफ सेकंड मुझे मिल जाएगा। अब यहाँ पे थोड़ी ना मैं सारे के सारे फंक्शंस यूज करूंगा उसको एक स्पेसिफिक फंक्शन को कॉल करने के लिए। सो यही कंसेप्ट था। कॉलिंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज वी हैव डिस्कस इन द लास्ट लेक्चर।
हाँ यस सर। सर वाइड प्रिंट नेम जो है सर ऊपर लिखा हुआ, अ, तो सर उसका मतलब क्या काम है सर?
का काम मतलब आपको कुछ मैसेज प्रिंट करना है। यू कैन सी जैसे हमने प्रिंट किया प्रिंट एफ SHGMC, उसका काम है कुछ तो भी आपको क्या कुछ तो भी काम करना है, प्रिंट करना है, कुछ तो भी नाम प्रिंट करना है, कुछ डेटा प्रिंट करना है। ओके, तो वो काम कर रहा है वो।
हाँ
तो उस ऐसे काम करने के लिए आप क्या करते हो, ऐसे काम करने के लिए आप फंक्शंस डिफाइन करते हो, है ना।
यस सर।
हाँ, कुछ काम करने के लिए अब सपोज आपको यहीं पे एडिशन परफॉर्म करनी है, तो आप क्या करोगे,
हाँ
फंक्शन डिफाइन करोगे। चल यार मुझे एडिशन परफॉर्म करनी है 2 नंबर की, तो मैं एक फंक्शन डिक्लेयर करता हूँ ऐड, उसको कॉल करता हूँ, उसका यूज करता हूँ।
हेलो
यस।
सर,
यस।
अगर हमने वो फंक्शन प्रिंट मतलब वाइड मेन के फंक्शन के ऊपर ही डिफाइन कर दिया तो
हम्म।
मतलब जो अपन ने प्रिंट नेम फंक्शन बनाया ना,
ओके। ओके, कॉन्सेंट्रेट, वही अपन करके देखते हैं। ठीक है, जस्ट होल्ड ऑन। देखो हमने क्या किया, उसी फंक्शंस को वहीं पे डिफाइन किया। ठीक है, चलो सेव करते हैं, रन करते हैं। आपका प्रोग्राम क्या कर रहा है, आपका प्रोग्राम एरर दे रहा है।
एरर थ्रो कर पाए।
क्या एरर है,
Error
विदाउट आर्गुमेंट
आर्गुमेंट
थ्रू आउट दी
without return time.
without
Without return value.
so you can face such a kind of problem. Okay, we have
यस
to declare functions and then we have to implement that functions, means then we have to define that functions, right?
ओके सर।
है ना, just hold on guys, one important call from my side, just concentrate. Okay, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
यस सर।
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, is it visible, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the next program, again for function without arguments, without return value. Okay, the same concept we can see with the help of one extra program. That program addition of two numbers we will see here, performing the operation addition of two numbers. As you can see on your screen, like here you can see we are going to perform, or we are going to calculate sum of two numbers. Okay, void sum, void main. Okay, you can see with the help of the same concept like function without arguments and without return value. Okay, you can see here one functions we have created. That functions is nothing but void sum. We just declare that functions. Okay, with void main our program start. Okay, inside that we use or we execute one predefined function printf, and inside that there one message will be there like going to calculate sum of two numbers. Okay, just take a reference of output. You can see that going to calculate sum of two numbers, like same message in front of, like inside that output. Okay, so after that line we call that function. That function name is sum, but we does not returning any value. So inside that sum we haven't written any value, so that function does not returning any value. Okay, so because of that, that sum function, once the control will switch to the sum functions, the compiler will find out whether the sum function is implemented. Yes, some function is implemented. Okay, you can see the implementation body. Okay, integer a, integer b, means we have two variables, one separate process. We called it as hold the things in that complete two curly braces. You can see that hold the things are nothing but processing logic. Integer a comma b, printf, enter two numbers. Okay, scanf percent d ampersand ampersand, you know that. Okay, here printf sum is percent d a plus b. So the results directly switch to sum functions and the function will execute. Okay, you can see on your screen, going to calculate sum of two numbers as output. Enter two numbers 10, 20. Guys, hold on. Okay, so now this program will execute and will understand it. Okay, functions without arguments, without return value. Okay, fine. You can see here the same program we have implemented here. Okay, we called it as a function declaration. Okay, and here we called as function definition. Okay, here we called as function call. Okay, these are the comment sections. With the help of that comment sections you can understand it. Okay, so intention of this program is to calculate addition of two numbers. You can see, like we have, for that we have declared one function void sum. Okay, and here the main function is executing one statement going to calculate the sum of two numbers. And after that line number 7, after that line number 7, the control will switch to line number 8. That line number 8 telling compiler that you have to call that functions. That function name is a sum. Then compiler will switch to the function name which is named as a sum. If it is present, that compiler will find out that functions. If it is not present, then compiler terminating the execution process. Hello? How? Okay. So the sum functions can be find out by compiler if it is present. So that after the line 8, your control will switch to line number 3. So some function is present. Then compiler will find out whether the sum function is definition or defined or implemented. So if it is implemented, then compiler will switch to from line number 3 to line number 10 void sum. So inside that implementation logic, you can see, you can find out like line number 12, 13, 14 and the 15. So there we have two variables. Okay, what kind of variables are there? Integer a and b. What kind of variables is there?
Initialization of
What kind of variables?
Initialization.
local variable.
Local variable.
Good.
Local variable.
Good. These
Local
are the
variable.
Local variable.
local variable, guys. ऐसा मत करो.
It is
इसलिए
defined within the function.
yeah, these are the local variable because define
Within the function.
function.
functions, right? So you can see one local variable a and b. That local variable present inside the sum functions means that variables are accessible within the functions only. Okay, so you can see printf statement, enter any two numbers, and then here performing the addition, and then program will be executed. Okay, concentrate. Now we are going to execute this program, see what happening at the end of output. You can see going to calculate the sum of two numbers, the same message you can see on your screen. Okay, going to calculate sum of two numbers which is available in printf statement of main functions. Okay, so then after the execution of some functions, enter two numbers, line number 13, you can see line number 13, enter two numbers, the same message in front of your screen like is in the dialog box of output. So here we have to put any two numbers. Suppose here I am putting number like 29, okay, space in like 3. So we know that addition of 29 plus 3 it should be 32. So you can see after pressing the enter button, the sum is 32. Okay, just hold on, मुझे इसमें थोड़ा स्लैश एन देने दो ताकि आपको और अच्छे से पता चले. स्लैश. Okay, so output you can see any number like first number 5, second number 10. So addition should be 15. So you can see the sum is 15. So the same concept we have used, we have implemented without return type and without any arguments. You can see. So this kind of programming implementation, this kind of programming processing logic, you can implement it with the help of functions. So if you want, if your functions does not returning any value, so we use as a void as a return type. If your functions does not carrying any type of parameter list, so we called it as without parameter functions, right? So Adil sir. Okay, fine. So is it clear, guys? Do you have any query in that program?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, line number 6, 7, 8, and 9, if we are not written it, then also our function will be compiled, no? Program will be.
What you said?
If 6 line to 9 line we are not done in local variable, then also our program will be compiled, no?
So from which line? 6, 7, 8
And 9,
means without main body, without main function.
yes.
No, it will not execute. How it come possible? कंपाइलर को कॉल करने का काम ही मेन फंक्शन का है. चलो मैं इसको कमेंट सेक्शन में डालता हूँ, देखते हैं. ठीक है, मे बी डाउट क्लियर हो जाएगा. देखो सारे बहुत सारे एरर्स आ रहे in main functions expected ये धमका धमका. So you cannot execute that without main functions. Main functions we have to execute, we have to provide the body to the main functions by hook or crook, right?
Yes.
Okay, is there any question, guys? Yes.
हेलो सर.
Yes.
सर आपने बोला था सर कि वो 8 का 8 लाइन का जो कंट्रोल है वो थर्ड लाइन के बाद जाएगा, तो सर वो एक बार फिर से जरा रिपीट करना।
देखो, we have create we want to, what is our intention? We want to calculate addition of two number. Okay, we want to perform some operation like addition of two numbers. Okay, so for that, with the help of functions we can calculate it. So for that we have declare one function. That function name is sum. Okay, as you can see on your screen, and we called it as a function declaration. Why we called it as a function declaration? Because we haven't provided any body to that functions. Any body to that functions means we haven't like open curly brace and close curly brace. Okay, inside that we haven't write any logic. So this kind of we called it as a body, but we haven't write any logic to that function. So we called it as a function declaration. Okay, clear? Okay, so here C program always start with main functions. Okay, so void sum will not execute first. First will execute void main. Okay, so void main function calling to compiler means compiler को ready करता है आपके program को execute करने के लिए. ठीक है. So then after that your cursor will enter from line number 5 to line number 6 and then line number 7. So line number 7 printf statement will execute the same message like going to calculate the sum of two numbers. Okay, then after that line number 7 the control will switch to line number 8 sum. Okay, so line number 8 is nothing but one kind of a function. Which kind of functions? What is the name of that function? The name of function is sum. Okay, then compiler will like finding out whether the sum type of function is available inside the main functions. No, then outside the main functions, yes, outside the main function some function is available. So control will switch to from line number 8 to line number 3. You can see here, right? So line number,
Yes, sir.
yeah, so line number 3 will execute. So that time compiler will understand, compiler will find out whether the sum function is implemented, means whether the sum function is defined. Is it defined? Is it defined? Some function has been defined.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
On which line?
Line 12. 11.
Line 10. From line 10. You can see
10.
one. Okay. So same
Yes.
function you can find. Line 10.
10.
So line 10, the control will switch to the line number 3 to line number 10 and then entering into the body of that functions. Line number 11 to line number 16. Okay. After that, this one line first, then execute this line. Okay. Then execute this line, then execute this line. You can see. So first execute line number 12, then execute line number 13, then execute line number 14, and then execute line number 15, and then program will terminate. So this kind of processing and function calling is a simple process of C programming language. Here, so after that
Yes,
you will
sir.
get this such a kind of output going to calculate. So here you can provide number like 5 and 6, and you will get the sum of 11. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the next point is the function without arguments and with return value. Function without arguments and with return value. So function without arguments and with return value. Function without arguments and with return value, you can see the same program. Guys, have you any problem before that two programs? First two programs?
No, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Any question? Okay. ठीक है. 12:13 हो गए. If you don't mind, can we stop today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
आप कैसे आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
आप कैसी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
तो हम नहीं रुकेंगे. अब तो हम बिल्कुल
Yes, sir.
Sir. चलता सर, चलता सर.
ठीक है. आप क्या करना? Okay, wait. Let me stop first recording. Okay.